Imagine walking up to your crush today with no phone, no car, no money, no fancy clothes, nothing. Just you, some animal skin, and the confidence of a man who wrestled a lion for breakfast. That was literally dating in 300,000 BC. No Tinder, no pickup lines, no dinner reservations. Just pure raw survival of the most attractive. But here's what's crazy. Ancient humans had a dating system, and some of it will make you question everything you think you know about love, attraction, and relationships. Because some of it still exists in you today. Let's start with the most important question. What were ancient women actually looking for? And the answer isn't what most people expect. Yes, strength mattered. A man who could hunt, fight, and protect was valuable. But here's what's fascinating. Strength alone was never enough. Bone analysis from ancient human remains, discovered across Africa, revealed something remarkable. The men who showed signs of the most physical labor, the strongest hunters, didn't necessarily have the most children. The men who had the most offspring were the ones who stayed. Ancient women weren't just looking for the strongest man, they were looking for the most reliable one, the one who brought food back consistently, the one who didn't disappear after dark. Sound familiar? 300,000 years later, many of those same preferences still show up today. The details changed, the instinct never did. So how did ancient men actually show a woman they were worth choosing? 3 things. And pay attention because this gets interesting. First, they showed off their hunting skills, not just by being strong, but by being the man who came back with the most food. Bringing a fresh kill back to camp wasn't just dinner, it was basically a resume. Second, they showed social status within the tribe. The man other men respected, the one elders listened to, the one younger hunters followed. That man was attractive without saying a single word. And third, they told stories. Anthropologists studying ancient fire gatherings suggest that storytelling may have given certain men a strong social advantage. The ability to communicate, to hold attention, to make people feel something. That was power. Turns out being interesting was always more attractive than just being big. Some of you needed to hear that. Now here's where ancient dating gets significantly darker, because not every ancient man waited patiently to be chosen. Archaeological evidence from multiple ancient burial sites revealed something disturbing. A significant number of ancient women were buried far from their birth tribe. Isotope analysis of their bones showed they grew up somewhere completely different from where they died, which means they left their birth tribe and ended up somewhere else. Exactly how that happened is where the story gets complicated. Some were likely taken during raids. Others may have joined stronger tribes willingly. Raids between competing tribes weren't just about territory or food. They were about women, about expanding your tribe's numbers, about genetic survival. This wasn't romantic. This wasn't love. This was survival mathematics. Brutal, calculated, and completely normal in the ancient world. But here's the complicated part researchers discovered. Not all of it was forced. Some women actively chose to leave their birth tribe and join a stronger one, because joining a more powerful tribe meant better protection, better food, better survival odds for her children. Even in 300,000 BC, women were making strategic decisions about their future. Never underestimate the intelligence of ancient humans. Now the question everyone actually wants answered: did ancient men get rejected? Absolutely yes, and evidence suggests it hit just as hard then as it does now. Primate behavior studies, and ancient humans were far closer to our primate relatives than we are today, showed that rejected males displayed familiar behavior, withdrawal from the group, reduced hunting activity, increased aggression. Sound familiar? But here's what's interesting. Rejection in the ancient world had real consequences beyond just hurt feelings. A man consistently rejected by women in his tribe had fewer allies, less social standing, and in a world where your tribe was your survival, social rejection wasn't just embarrassing, it was genuinely dangerous, which might explain why the drive to be chosen, to be valued, to belong, is still one of the most powerful human motivations alive today. And now, the big question. Did ancient humans actually get married? Not the way we understand marriage today. No ceremony, no rings, no vows, but something remarkably similar existed. Researchers studying ancient burial sites made a discovery that genuinely moved them. Couples buried together, side by side, hands positioned toward each other, across multiple ancient sites spanning thousands of years. That wasn't random, that was intentional. It suggested pair bonding. Two people choosing each other consistently existed long before any formal institution of marriage was ever created. And the reason makes perfect evolutionary sense. A child born to two committed parents who hunted together, protected together, and stayed together had dramatically better survival odds. Love wasn't invented by poets or religions or Hollywood. Love was a survival strategy, and it works so well, it's still here 300,000 years later. So how did ancient humans find a wife? They showed up, they provided, they stayed, they told good stories around the fire, they earned respect from other men, and sometimes, in the quietest, most human way possible, they simply chose someone, and that someone chose them back. No apps, no algorithms, no dating profiles. Just two humans in a dangerous world deciding that facing it together was better than facing it alone. And here's the thing that should make you stop and think. Every single instinct that drove ancient humans toward love, commitment, and partnership is still running inside you right now. The desire to be chosen, to be valued, to belong to someone. That's not weakness. That's 300,000 years of survival code written into your DNA. Maybe we're not as complicated as we think. Maybe we never were. If this made you see relationships differently, you already know what to do. Subscribe to Why Explained, because we are just getting started.